Hi guys.
Hey guys.
Why you look at me like that?
Hi guys. We're about to talk about everything, everywhere, all at once.
We watched the movie last night and it was so crazy.
Yeah, that movie, honestly, I don't think any other summer movie is gonna beat it at all. I don't think Thor is gonna beat it. Definitely Strange. I was expecting more of this with this movie, what was going on in this movie, to happen with Doctor Strange. But Doctor Strange did not deliver. Yes, we got the Illuminati, but we didn't get no multiverses like this.
Yeah.
We didn't get Wolverine coming with his claws at Strange. We didn't see any of that. We didn't see any X-Men. Oh, well, I guess we saw Xavier, but he fucking died in like, what, 2 minutes? We saw, well, almost everybody multiversal died in like freaking 2 minutes. How's that freaking multiverse? It was barely any multiverse. I'm about to explode. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the show.
I got something to say.
What?
It kind of reminded me of like Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty.
And how they go through all...
Rick.
Can I speak?
Sorry.
Damn. Rick and Morty, and how they have like a bunch of universes and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but they portrayed it in like a human version, like with the fingers and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was cool. But I also think Doctor Strange can't go that far because they're part of Disney now. Like, they gotta be family friendly, so...
I mean, it wasn't even family friendly. Like, Black Bolt literally got his brain blown up inside. It's imploded.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if they're gonna try to get creative and, like, do some raunchy stuff, like, Disney's not gonna approve.
But it wasn't even anything raunchy, though. The only thing raunchy was
in this movie we watched last night,
all right,
there was
so,
a lot of raunchy things.
All right, so...
It's not a family-friendly movie, that's for
Yes.
sure.
I got my list right here because I got ADHD, so I gotta look at the list and what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and talk about, you know... we forgot to say spoiler alert. Okay, so everything we're talking about is going to be spoilers. If you haven't seen the movie, go ahead and go see that movie because it's probably one of the best movies you're going to watch in the summer. Probably one of the top 5 movies you're going to watch in your life. Avatar 2 is coming out, but you know what happens when shows or movies.
This movie was long.
It was a long movie.
Yeah. But it was really cool. I like that it was so long because at first, that first scene or the first part or whatever, they were like, they rolled credits.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
I looked at him and I was like, I don't think that's how long the movie is. Like, I'm pretty sure this is a long movie.
Yeah, I was like, is it?
Because I was like, what happened to part 2? Because at first they showed part 1.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, this isn't over.
Like, and it kept going. Like, it did it for like a good 30 seconds, and I was kind of like, okay. And then finally it came back in the screen. So, basically, it's just this mother, daughter, grandpa, and dad. They're struggling to make ends meet with their laundromat business.
The dad was going crazy. He would like put these headphones on in the elevator and then zoom around and do this shit, and then he would like do it again and again. So once they got off the elevator, they went to go talk to the tax lady. It was the whole family. It was the mom, the dad, and then the grandpa.
Yeah.
And so during the middle of the lady talking to them, the mom kind of like, she kind of zones out, but she didn't
zone out.
The dad was talking to her, right?
Yeah, but she was zoning out because she was reading that letter because he said put it on a different shoe.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's pretty much the basis. I don't want to get too much into the story, but that's pretty much the basis. They haven't chosen their daughter, and pretty much she found out that the husband wanted divorce and whatnot. So everything in her life is going to shambles. So that makes her want to find something different, do something new, because she feel like her life has failed. Even the guy, her husband, was like, "You're the only person out of all your lives to everything have gone wrong. Like, your life is shit." That's pretty much what he was saying. But yeah, so basically they had these jumping pads. The jumping pads, I think was probably the funniest thing.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, the jumping pads are the funniest things because...
So they could basically like time travel to another version of themselves, right? And then whatever version of that person, like whatever qualities they had, whether you could fight, you were really smart, you knew sign language, you could speak whatever, like you just get all these qualities. But the way to activate it is super weird. Basically, they would have to do something very weird, very awkward, something out of their norm in their world. So like, say I was someone that was like a mail carrier, right? Like if I'm on the job, what am I doing? Delivering mail, right? Like the weird thing would be to like break out in a dance or like start singing and then just like not doing my job. Like you would just have to do something crazy. And these people went like insane. So like they eventually during the movie they would have other people from other worlds like come against them, try to fight them, and then they would get knocked out or something, and they would lose that connection of like how to fight. So then to get it back, they would have to do something crazy and weird quickly.
Yes. Like the butt plug one.
Yeah, and there was a lot of like sex toys in the movie, which like nothing wrong with that, but we just like saw it in the background, and then there's this one particular scene where like it's just
the butt plug one was funny. Like that man came jumping from the grace of God onto a butt plug that is like the girth of my freaking fist. No lube, no spit, no nothing. So I know that man was been doing something, because honestly,
it's just a movie.
It would have shattered like in a minute. Both of them some freaking niggas right there.
Oh, okay.
They some freaking niggas, because there's no way.
But yeah, it just pretty much felt like there was like nothing off limits. Like in Rick and Morty, whenever they went through their alternate universes and like people turned into chairs, and the chairs were pizza or like different shit.
Oh, like that was a good Rick and Morty show.
They kind of did that too. And then they did a lot of flashes where you would see like one particular person go through a bunch of different worlds, and it was just like images and like slow-mo videos of like what different worlds they were in.
Oh my god, the favorite world for me was The Rock. They were just sitting there being The Rock.
Oh yeah.
And then like when she just rolled over as a rock, it was funny. In the piano one, and the drawing one. It's kind of like Doctor Strange, but like I said, they just did it much better, because Doctor Strange, they were going through the universes, and they were like contorting and turning to paint right there. But like this one took it to another level, because they were rocks, samurai, blah blah, and they were like literally fighting through universes, Oh, and that Ratatouille one with that raccoon. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was funny, Rakukuni. And I kind of knew there was going to be like an analogy for the future, because like it's like alternate timelines. So of course it's Ratatouille in that world is going to be Rakukuni somewhere out there in the world, which kind of expands your mind. Like there is going to like. Other than our world, like there's just many possibilities that is gonna happen. Like we're just living like pieces of shit, like the lady said.
But no, there was this one scene where it was like not those videos, but it was like literally like a huge flash of the main character, and I just remember like trying to look very intently at it, and it was like the one that stood out to me was like this alien, and then I think she was just turned into like, I don't know, just it was like an alien, a skull, like different images, right? And it just showed her like in different states and different.
Oh yeah, when it was like, flickering.
Yeah.
That
was really cool.
Yeah, and that's pretty much when you would start going to the end of the plot. You pretty much find out what the plot was. Well, the everything bagel thing was very clever. Just put everything in a bagel. Like you can't really even grasp. Like a human mind can't grasp like everything on a bagel. Like that's just it. I can't even talk about it. But anyways, basically the plot really was just she has to really come to terms with her daughter. Her daughter was pretty much lost from like pretty much childhood trauma.
Not being accepted.
Generational trauma, which is the grandpa. So they had to fix the generational trauma, and they had to break the curse of the generational trauma. That's why the mom and the daughter came together. And like divorce, like he said, like, oh, you think that the Christians had a divorce, we could do it? Basically what she's pretty much saying is like divorce rate is going up. And this is why I'm in my
I don't think she said Christians. I think she was talking about another family that they knew had
well, the Christians,
divorce.
whatever. They might last name be Christians, but like they would say you think it's okay, but they're trying to say, you know, if you love somebody, like let's say Brittany, like she is my nexus point. You're my nexus. Like I think that's what you call it. Like it's everything we're gonna do. Like in universes, like her and husband will always be together. Honestly, I wanted it more be a tragedy. I'm more of a tragedy guy. Like everybody dies, but honestly, they closed it up pretty good.
I wasn't expecting that ending where it was just like everything's fixed, everything's fine. I was more so thinking that it was going to go into detail about her being in these other worlds. Like, I don't know, it's definitely a fast-paced movie, but you have to be very open-minded when going into it. But it was really cool to see, like, some of the conversations that we've had privately, like,
come to light.
Yeah, basically, like, be portrayed in an image where we can, like, physically see it. Like, we pretty much have talked about, like, multi-universes and, like, you know, we are reincarnated and like we're present and conscious in this lifetime, but there are infinite amounts of possibilities, infinite amounts of who we are, and then we're just energy and matter, and like it just kind of covers all of that. But it also gets into like the nitty-gritty of like what it is to live on Earth, and like all the dumb shit that we care about, but it also is like everything matters but nothing matters.
Honestly, pretty much that's how life is. Everything matters but nothing matters. But yeah, you pretty much go a range of emotions on here. You know, there's some there are parts you like, oh my god, I'm actually about to freaking cry.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people on Twitter saying like, oh, this movie made me cry, like how come you guys didn't give me a trigger warning? It was like about mother and daughter relationships, and I was like, okay,
this is pretty much relationships in general, not even the mother and daughter.
But honestly, the way that people spoke about the movie and made me think that it was a lot more of a deep drama movie. But this one was pretty funny. Like it made me laugh a lot. It was like a very heartfelt but very lighthearted too.
Yeah, it went from like kind of funny, a little deranged, to like more funny and like what's going on wacky, to pretty much hopelessness and like despair, and then it jumps back to like, okay, we're getting back, rewind it, and back to much more like a mellow. So you end up with like a metal coming to conclusion type thing with it. And honestly, I guess we could start our rating now, our movie rating. Let's say let's do 1 out of 10. I'll give this, honestly, I want to give it a 10, but
what?
We haven't rated any movies. Let's hold off on it. I'm putting a 9.5 for this one. Let's do a 9.6 for this one.
I'm gonna give this movie a rating of 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Because first of all, main characters, they're Asian American. I think they were from China. And then I really like too that the main character, which I felt like was the mom, which it could be the mom or the daughter, but
it's definitely the mom.
Yeah. I thought it was cool that it wasn't just like a young person that was the main character, because I feel like that's all you see nowadays.
In Hollywood, in like American Hollywood, if a woman's past the age of 30, they're not getting any like solo roles other than, well, I guess she's a mother,
rom-coms.
But yeah, pretty much. So that's what I was thinking too when I was watching the movie. I was like, okay, they have like a lady in her late 30s. I don't know, late 30s, probably. I think she's in her late 30s. But like, you don't see that here in like American Hollywood. You know, you don't see like once a woman crosses the age, they have to be like grandmas or, you know.
I think she was in her 50s.
50s, and she looked good for her 50s.
But yeah, she had amazing skin. But what else was I saying? Oh yeah, so I like that it was Asian American, like that was the main character. It was a woman character. The storyline itself was crazy, like just so many concepts, covered so many topics. The filming, like the way that they were very intentional to make you like a zoomed up close-up shot of their face, it just felt very intimate, like they were speaking right to you. So everything was cool. The soundtrack especially, like they would just be having normal conversations like we are right now, and you could hear like there was like a symphony in the background, like, oh
yeah, I always love that song. Put in the comments what that song name is. I always keep, yeah, Claire de Lune. That's pretty much, I think that's like a perfect song for.
Did they play that in there?
I think so, right?
I don't remember.
It was piano. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, honestly, love yours. If we missed anything, just put in the comments. If you want us to talk about it some more, just put in the comments what y'all want us to watch, what y'all want us to react to.
What were you saying about Doctor Strange?
About Doctor Strange, I give it a 7.9. 7.9. We gotta write that down actually. So we're gonna write that down. 7.9, 9.8 for me, and then we're gonna average it out with her opinions. What's yours?
For Doctor Strange? Yeah. Are we gonna do a video on this?
No, just rate it.
Oh God. I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
All right, so don't y'all.
Oh, so
what?
loud.
Sorry.
Try again.
Don't y'all forget to subscribe, share this video with everybody that watched the movie. Don't spoil it for them now. Let them know that it is spoilers.
Yeah.
And we see y'all next week.
Oh yeah, another thing, when we went, the movie was empty, so I think we're late on this movie and watching it, reviewing it, all that, but everyone kept recommending it to us, so we had to go watch it. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, your mom, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your tia, your everything. The different dimensions of yourself. Bye.
Bye.
Hello. My name is Brittany.
Yeah.
I am an NPC.